You left California 3 years ago with your brand new college degrees and teaching credential, an old pickup truck, and a whole lot of bravery. Not much else, but you had each other. Hey, Dylan, you have been one of the sweetest blessings in my life. From the time you were born, we've had this wonderful bond. You've always been my buddy, and so close to my heart. You're a humble person, you're kind, and you're thoughtful. You're fun-loving and funny, yet you're also strong and responsible and courageous. But tonight, I'm so grateful you're ready to become the husband that Baily can count on. You've chosen beautiful Baily as your bride, and I can be more thrilled to welcome another amazing daughter-in-law into our family.
We're only 11 months and 20 days apart, and we're the same age for 10 days, so I'm really not older.
But she is more pregnant.
That is true, but less married. So I really tried to think of, I'm going to try not to cry, stories that I wanted to tell Baily and I growing up, but there's so many because
It's okay.
it's the hormones.
It's okay.
Our bathtub Polly Pocket house sessions, which were so fun. We played with the Polly Pockets, which are like Barbies, in the bathtub until we were like 12 years old, which was way too old to be playing with Polly Pockets. But we were in the bathtub, so it's okay because it was just between the two of us. Has one of the most genuine and kindest hearts out of anyone that I've ever met. She's so thoughtful and so sweet and so pure, and is such a good sister and daughter and family member and partner.
Here we go, Mom. Come on, Sean. Let's go, birthday girl. Yeah, the clock tower. Isn't that beautiful? Get it, get it, get it, get it. That's right. It's hip hop. It's hardcore. It's Boston, baby. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Uh-oh. Lloyd's up. Lloyd's up.
For Baily and Dylan, their journey began at UCSB. As the story goes, Baily and her roommates were throwing a party, which never happened. And Baily's good friend Jeff invited Dylan to the party and introduced them. And Baily walked right up to Dylan, kissed him on the lips, and said, "Hi, I'm Baily," and then just walked away. Dylan's first impression of Baily was that she was fun, she was cool, easy to be around, but ultimately way out of his league. Baily's first impression of Dylan was a little different. She described him as, quote, the perfect mixture between the sun and a puppy. Which might be the most Baily sentence I've ever heard. No, in all seriousness, you guys are a perfect match. I'm truly grateful to know and love you both, and I wish you a lifetime of happiness together. With that, the bride and groom have prepared a few vows that they would like to read. Really? Would you like to start?
Yeah. That was good.
Oh, sure.
You all can scoot in.
Yeah,
Join
get
the party.
closer. I'm shouting.
Here.
Please.
It's probably gonna start thunderstorming. warming on us, so
I did.
enjoy the warmth. Dylan, I told everyone I was going to write you a poem for our vows, but it was useless. There are no words I could string together too perfectly to describe the life and love we share together. I then thought I could maybe find a piece of writing, a quote, a poem, somewhere in our library that could carry the weight of our love. But again, I realized no one else's words could ever describe the feeling I have standing here with you today. You are more special to me than any sonnet, any haiku or ode I have ever read or could write. You are all the perfect words I want to write. You are everything I wish the world could be. Balanced, fair, and full of restless life. You electrify every day with your optimism towards life and the joy you spread to all those around you. You have brought so much love and light into my life, more than I ever thought would be possible. What makes you perfect is not perfection itself, but the way you are seamlessly you. My heart has always been filled with love, but has never known a love like yours. Like the day you walked into my life, as though you were always meant to be there. Maybe you were. Maybe we were always destined to find one another in this world, to endure the pain together, to bask in the happiness we create together. Or it was all luck, timing, the way the tides were turning that day. Whatever this life is doesn't matter as much as how very blessed I feel to be doing this life with you. Ominous. You are the first to recognize when I'm cranky or when I so badly don't want to be doing something. You often do all the terrible chores I don't want to do, just as a way of saying I love you. You remind me to eat when I'm too busy in my big, chaotic, messy brain to think of food. You literally push me up mountains because you know how much I'll enjoy the view at the top. You often take the words right out of my mouth before they even form the synapses of my brain. You let me have the first bite of most of our meals, even after I criticize you for making us wait for the meat to rest or cutting the onions wrong, which I do. You help me keep my head above the waters of life, even as I convince myself I've already drowned. If I can return even half the joy and adventure, patience and love you give me, my life will be well lived. And now I want to promise you some things. I vow to laugh at all your jokes, even if they are not funny. I vow to tuck your feet back into the blankets each morning when I leave for work. I vow to love you even on the worst days, like when the Chargers lose or your butt hurts from sitting too long. I vow to celebrate with you on the very best days, like when the Chargers finally win the Super Bowl or you've run a 100-mile race. I vow to celebrate each and every one of your wins, no matter how easy or simple you think they may be. I vow to try to do the dishes more, keyword being try. I vow to use all the strength you've helped me build while holding me up above the water. I vow to be the one to help you stay afloat when you find yourself sinking. I vow to be a mirror for how great of a person you are. I vow to write all the perfect words I can to monumentalize how important you are, how much you matter. I vow to be me always and forever. This one is the easiest because you have given me the room to be exactly who I am. I've written so many words for you over the past 6 years, but these remain the most telling to me. Our courage filled with laughter. My courageous companion, my goofy guy, my biggest blessing. For all the highs and all the lows, I'm in for it all if it means sharing another moment of laughter with you. I love you, Dylan. You're my perfect word.
So I want it to be special and memorable. So naturally, being who I am, I decided to get us up at 3 a.m. to drive an hour to a trail, a hike, a trail I'd never been on at all, let alone in the pitch darkness. I spent most of the drive and hike thinking about my lines and what I'm going to say and how I'm going to say them, while you looked on your phone for the likelihood of being attacked by a bear in the park. It has happened once in 1800. It was an accident, but it did happen. I vowed to protect you and use all my backpacking skills that I've learned to help you, because I did happen. I was feeling nervous for a while, all night, I didn't sleep, and it really came to an apex when the sun was about to rise over the horizon that day. Even though you knew that I was going to propose long before I had done it, and it was very obvious for how I was freaking out the day of the hike.
Yeah.
I was still so nervous. I just wasn't sure if I could get the lines out. I was trying my best. But then I looked in your eyes, and they were filled with the golden hue of the sunrise. And I just knew that this was the best thing I could ever do, and this was the best thing that I'll ever do. I felt the calmness overtake me, and I knew that this was the right thing. The whole speech kind of felt like a blur, and I don't remember a lot of what I said. But I do know one thing that I said was, I don't care what city, state, country, or planet we're on, I just want to spend the rest of my life with you and be with you forever. I feel the same way right now, and I've always felt this way. I have no idea what's next in our life, but I am so happy for anything. It doesn't matter what we're doing, as long as we're together, I'm already in. I haven't always been the best at expressing myself. I get that from my dad, among a lot of other things. But he did write me a letter before he passed, and he said a lot of things. And one thing he did say was that you were the one for me, and that we'd be together forever. I know that he's smiling down on us right now with happiness in his heart and a smile on his face. And I feel him here today. He's saying hello. When I was watching the sun come up over the mountain when I proposed, I felt like a whole life were ahead of us. I felt like this was a new day, and I feel the same way right now. I think back to all of our times that we've had, crazy college years, moving across the country, being so broke that we couldn't do anything but eat cans of beans and bread for weeks. But we established a life for ourselves here, and I'm so proud of us. I have no idea what's next for us, but if we can do that, we can do anything. Baily, you were the most thoughtful, caring, intelligent, and beautiful woman I've ever met. I cannot believe I have so lucky to have you in my life, and to be lucky enough to marry you. I promise to always empower and respect and care for you, to do all the chores that you don't want to do, and to love you with all of my heart. You can truly do anything you set your mind to, and I cannot wait to see what's next for you. You are truly my best friend, and I cannot wait to call you my wife. I feel like the sun is rising on the next chapter of our lives right now, and I cannot wait to jump into the unknown with you. Repeat after me.
Which hand?
Left.
Okay.
As a sign of my love,
As a sign of my love,
that I have chosen you,
I have chosen you
above all else,
above all else.
with this ring,
With this ring,
I be wed.
I thee wed. Perfect.
Alright? Dylan?
Dylan's dad's getting excited.
Perfect.
It is what it is.
Alright, Dylan. As a sign of my love,
As a sign of my love,
that I have chosen you,
that I have chosen you
above all else,
above all else.
with this ring,
With this ring,
I be
I
wed.
be wed.
And now, to you, Baily, take Dylan to be your lawfully wedded partner, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, in good times and bad, for richer or poor, for as long as you both shall live.
I do.
To you, Dylan, take Baily to be your lawfully wedded partner, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, in good times and bad, for richer or poor, for as long as you both shall live.
I do.
By the power vested in me by the state of Massachusetts, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Make this the bride.
Thank you, everyone.